Marketing has changed and you're not seeing as much return to your website. The clicks have gone down. The data, like time on site, doesn't really mean much anymore and you're not sure where the marketing is going. What's going on? Hi, I'm Clint Griffin from Refinery 23. We simplify marketing. Today I'm going to look at a couple of things that have changed and what we can do about it. So you might have noticed that not as many people visit your website. Why is that? Because they're using answer engines. They're using AI to find answers to things on the page, on their device, whichever one they use, and they're never clicking through. That's a bit of a problem because those metrics don't work anymore and maybe you haven't kept up with the new ones. So let's have a look at them. There's some jargon in them. I'm going to unpack the jargon so you know what they're about and what you can do about it. First one is share of model. So in the old days, there was a thing called share of voice. It was how much voice you had in any particular market, right? Share of model, because they're large language models, means how much share of that model space do you have? Is it 10%, 20%, whatever, okay? Chances are it's nowhere near that. And that's okay, because everyone's got to have a slice of that pie. So share of model is the amount of share that you have within each large language model, okay? The next one is a thing called citation depth. What does that mean? That means basically that are you being cited, because that's how the models work, it's called citations. Are you being cited as the primary source in something? Or are you the secondary source, or are you kind of in the footnotes? And none of us want to be in the footnotes, hey, but at least it's a place to start. So you want to look at the depth of citation. Are you ranking as the top, as the primary in that category, or are you kind of somewhere else? And the third one is called entity association. That's a lot of jargon. What does that mean? That means how well does your brand tie in with the thing you're trying to talk about. So does the model say, yeah, guys, you do this and you say you do this and you talk about this, absolute alignment? Or does it say, on that particular topic, you're not really the leader because you haven't really demonstrated that? So those are the three things that you need to look at, okay? It'll give you an idea of how often you're showing up, which is important. There's some models that do it for you and you can Google all of them and find them, and there's a cost to them and they will help you with various degrees of this kind of analysis. But what I've done is I've built a tool, because that's what we can do. It's in Claude and I'm going to attach it to the website. You'll find it under resources, and it's a script that you can pop into Claude and it will show you where you sit in terms of these: share of model, citation depth, and your entity association, based on the things that you think you're good at. And it will even show you who's ranking above you. So it's a free little script. Go and check it out. It should help you see where you sit and get a new understanding of this different world of called no-click or zero-click marketing. Bit of a different place than it was 5 years ago. In fact, bit of a different place than it was 1 year ago. So as things change, the terms change and the jargon gets more, but just bring it back to being simple. How often are you showing up? You're just showing up in a different place. How much do people trust you? And how well is your brand or your business associated with the thing that you do? Okay. If you find you're coming up short, there's a couple of things that you can do to improve that. Look at some of the other videos, or get in contact and we can chat about things like education, experience, authority, and trust as the pillars to bring you joy in your marketing. That's all from me today. I'm Clint Griffin, as I said, from Refinery 23. We simplify marketing. Have an awesome day.